What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 11 of my Total Warhammer 3 Vilitch the Curseling Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Vilitch continues to advance towards Kolek, taking KHOWARD and the gem mine there, although I'm not 100% sure whether we will be keeping this or giving it to our new vassal of Grimgor. It is, after all, a faction, or not a faction capital, a province capital, so Grimgor could develop it, unlike us. We would be losing out on the 10% Winds of Magic Power Reserve change when increasing, but it's not... I don't know, I'll think about it. It does seem quite Tzeentchian, but I suppose if we take Tsar Nagrand and the fortress there, that will make me a little bit less annoyed at having to lose that. But we'll see, we'll see. We got Kolek to kill, which will be the goal of this episode. Also, last time we were able to get the Vessel of Chaos. That was the goal of the episode, and now Vilitch is quite a bit more powerful by virtue of this, in particular because of that pretty massive passive regeneration ability. Yeah, replenishes barrier hit points at 0.80% at whenever casting. Should be very, very nice. Which is already pretty hard to kill, and he's just going to get, well, harder. Let's now try to figure out where we want to head him in terms of what we got in the remaining points. There aren't a lot of them at 14, and I do feel like we should probably make him a good fighter. I feel like we probably won't have enough to go through the blue lines, so might as well. Let's begin with hard to hit, even though he's already pretty hard to hit. You know what, actually, he basically never takes damage. Let's just give him deadly No, I changed my mind. We're gonna name him hard to hit because he's about to fight Kolek, and Kolek is scary. We'll see. I wonder if we can get a duel going. Also, Kolek is a lot lower level right now, so I do wonder how hard he'll hit at his current level. Although even at that level, he does have his Star Smasher. Star Crusher. Close enough. Close enough. Let's see. Demahar, Willmaker, and Co. Yeah, you guys are out here, and we're unfortunately out of capacity for those exalted heroes. I guess we either build another one of these, or we delete one of these guys. Problem with deleting them is I kind of like what we've got with them so far, especially the iron-skinned ones, because I feel like that's a good one to keep around. The mass I don't think matters as much unless we put him on a manticore, though we very well could, or on a mount of any kind actually would be nice, but the armor is fairly decent. You know what, we'll keep him around for now. There will be a third army coming up eventually after all anyway. Now before we end the turn, let's just double check that there isn't anything we've got to build. Stone Sky Foothills. You are good for a few turns, yet I'm still tempted to upgrade that Flesh Tapestry to level 3, but we'll wait on it. You're good, you're good, you are good. We could upgrade that Foundry of Bones outpost, but maybe later. You're good as well. Warpstone Desert, aha, not so good. Let's upgrade you, and we need walls here, don't we? I did want to get the spices for manticores, but Shangyang is kind of in an exposed area, so yeah, let's get those walls up and running. And then Force of the Moon. Are we still not able to trade you for anything good? Well, the vassalage isn't going to happen unless this guy loses a lot of his armies. Actually, he seems to have lost a army or two, and though I assume that he has at least one more up and running. Yeah, that we've got Vilitch over here, and I think that might be it. Oh, interesting. Interesting, but that 76, the vassalization is still super unlikely. Let's just check. Kunlan. Yeah, it's worth a little bit at 17, but certainly not enough to vassalize, and we can't join war against anybody here either. Well, damn. Alright, well, we'll hold on to it. You never know. I'd really prefer to vassalize them if possible, so that they don't do their own thing too much. Also, it looks like Nakai has taken Mbeikai over here, so that's a capital territory lost for the Blessed Dread. Are they willing to get vassalized now? No, minus 62, still not yet. Although, wait, how much would they like Kunlan? Oh, we can't even give them Kunlan. They're not bordering it directly. A little bit too far. Oh, it does look like they are. Huh. Weird. But I guess this is Clan Eshin territory. It's very close, but not quite. Oh well, not a big deal. We'll see about it later. Hopefully they'll figure it out, and I believe that's it for this turn. Let's get our technology researching. And now, summoning right, hero capacity increases for sorcerers, which means more research. Is there anything that increases the capacity for exalted heroes here? Ritual Staff is decent profane weaponry. We do want that eventually. Demon Mounts. A Demonic Pack for the extra Gifts of Chaos is probably good. And yeah, I don't see anything about Exalted Heroes, at least not in this portion of the tree. Oh, this is nice. Inscribed Chaos Armor. Armor for Chaos Warriors, Chosen Chaos Knights, and Aspiring Champions. And Souls gained from battles is quite useful as well. Oh wait, this gives us the direct recruitment of Chaos Sorcerers of Tzeentch. Ooh. Do we need more Chaos Sorcerers of Tzeentch right now, though? That's the question. And do we even have the capacity to get more? I don't imagine that we do. Yeah, we're at 5 out of 5. So I think for now, maybe we'll leave off that and get the extra Chaos Gift, because it'll enable us to get, well, something nice in here, hopefully. Let's do that then. Well, let's go for Demonic Pact. We'll get all authority +1 for all armies, so it'll be a upkeep reduction as well, even if it is slight. Yeah. And Fear for Aspiring Champions, and, well, Undivided Chosen we don't really care about, but otherwise that's pretty decent. Looks good to me. Let's head towards KHOLEK, shall we? And skip the rest of this. Path to Glory, Outpost Upgrade, yada yada yada, and turn. And don't you run, KHOLEK. And ooh. Looks like these Darklands orcs are running around here. Oh, if they kill KHOLEK before we get to him, I'm gonna be very upset. Actually, if they go here and... maybe we kill them on the way there. Oh, look, it's Archaon. Oh, Archaon wants to trade. That's kind of funny. Wait, is he here? How close is he? He's vassalized the Tong and the Cool. Oh, damn. Huh. And there's Skaven sitting here, eh? It looks like Archaon is up here. I have to wonder. Is it more beneficial to trade with him, or is it more beneficial to eventually declare war on him and vassalize him instead? He is essentially using 2 vassals. I feel like we're going to fight him and vassalize him. On the one hand, I don't really like fighting like on like, but on the other hand... 3 vassals. Damn it. Alright, fine, we're gonna skip this for now, and at the end of the day, 100 extra money per turn is not that big of a deal. It's more wondering whether we'd get use out of him as an ally, but to be fair, we do have the Skaven and the Dark Elves here, if we can manage to hold on to them. As in, they don't die. And oh, what the heck? This guy declared war on us. Random. But okay. And he is going to attack at... Where is this? Pomay. Where the heck is Pomay? Well, I guess we'll fight this. I don't imagine we'll be able to hold on, but you never know. It really depends on what kind of map this is. Hopefully it's not the kind of map that is completely surrounded on all sides. Okay, that's this one, yes. Okay, so essentially we'll have to pick a location and try to hold it. The archers are going to be a big problem, though. And I guess the question will be, will the towers be able to do much here? I guess we'll see. We're going to speed through it, though. Because this is frankly kind of silly. I didn't even realize we owned Pomay. That wasn't a place that we were supposed to transfer, was it? Well, if it was, then it was. We'll just tell our vassals to reclaim it. If that's the case. At least it's not a dark fortress. Now, they're going to try to surround us on all sides. I think we can't hold them through more than one area, so let's get, let's say, up here. Up here looks pretty good to me. And let's see, this place only has the 1 tower, doesn't it? Yeah, so we should probably upgrade it to a fairly decently high level. This place also has the 1 tower? Yeah. And, wait, no, this place, however, has the... this place has the buff, but the problem with this place is the tower's in an awful position. Good for defending if the enemy attacks here, but even then, it's completely blocked by buildings. This place, on the other hand, while it is not able to apply its tower to this side, at least it's able to apply it to one side. Damn. Alright, I guess we're gonna try to hold this one then. Although this choke point's fairly big too. What's the alternative? We try to hold this location, assuming that the enemy doesn't attack us from this side. This location would allow us to hold which tower? This tower back here, which also... Oh man, the towers are just awfully positioned. This tower is okay, but as we saw last time, or previously rather, I don't remember if it was in this campaign or another one. I think it was in this one. Yeah, it was in this one. It was at the City of Shigengan battle. It can't really fire down like this very well. And what is this attached to, incidentally? It's attached to the central location. Being attacked in the center like this is not something we can hold against this massive amount of enemies. Yeah, okay, I guess this is probably the only place that we can try this. Alrighty, put you here, Chaos Warriors. Put you here, you guys here. And we'll see where they attack. All we can do. Okie dokie, and we're gonna wait until the tower becomes a splash damage tower. Start battle, speed it up for a little while. Everybody can go into guard mode. Alright, here they all come. Alrighty. Warriors of Chaos here, and I guess you are gonna be here, you're gonna be here. I'm a little bit worried about those archers again, but what can you do? And then more warriors back here to hold behind the Chaos Warriors. Maybe we'll be able to get the 2,000 point tower. It'll take a while for it to come up. And then maybe that'll be more beneficial. At least we are getting a decent amount of supply right now. Come on, almost to 2,000, and got it. Alright, good tower. Hopefully you can do good work. Looks like way too many enemy units are heading out this way, which is not so great, though. We may have to then try to defend exactly at the minor supply location, depending on how the enemies come up here. They seem to be just ignoring this. Huh. Wait, you know what? You guys, throwing axes. Can you go here and maybe attack something? I don't know if you're in range or not. Ah, okay, good. Some of them are coming up here instead. Never mind. Go. Ooh, although, now I'm thinking the throwing axes might be a liability in that they might damage us. I don't want our precious Chaos Warriors to get hurt by them. Alright, let's also speed this back up to super quick. I want the towers to come up at least. Throwing axes, yeah, throwing some axes around, good. And move forward like, oh, there you go, not bad. Move forward even more. Alrighty, Chaos Warriors are taking damage, and I think we'll need to blob up. Otherwise, we'll take damage from the enemy archers. Like so. Tower's coming up in 21 seconds. Hopefully it can fire down here. I guess we'll watch Savage Orcs fight Chaos Warriors and Marauders for a little while. Though it looks like a bunch of Marauders have already fallen. Alright, axe on axe action. Crude axes of the northern tribes versus even cruder axes of the Savage Orcs. Alright, tower, you good? You good. You now, will you fire at this? Where's the center enemy? Let's say this one. Come on, get a shot off, and, oh, you need to move forward to help out, there you go. And, alright, there's that shot. Didn't do a crazy amount of damage as yet, but hopefully in the future. Are the Cav trying to move away? No, they're not, they're still fighting, good. I'll keep going. Oh, come on, what was that? I wonder, I'm willing to bet that this tree that's right in the middle of this formation here can probably block shots from the tower, as annoying as that idea is. Alright, that one wasn't too bad. Alright, keep firing. Keep firing. Yeah, this place definitely not gonna hold. And they've taken almost all the other locations, including the key building that's giving us extra melee defense. But hopefully no more of them come down here. Also, you need to move in somewhere where you can actually attack the enemy. And the question is where? Looks like these guys are about to rout. Alright, back off a little bit, like so. Alright, the Boar Boys are nearly done for. Switch to these Savage Orcs, I guess. You can't target those, unfortunately. Alright, axes. I'd like for you to target the unit that's further away if possible, because maybe it'll allow the other units to hold. And then maybe charge those archers afterwards. I'd really love to get the Chaos Warriors out of this location to reinforce this one, but that's not gonna happen. If only this place had 2 towers, or even give us the ability to build some monuments up here. Yeah, I think we need to get the Chaos Warriors back. You guys have to hold the line yourselves, because that place is gonna break shortly. Alrighty, Chaos Warriors out. You just keep fighting. Tower, switch to this one. And are both of them routing, or just the one so far? Just the one so far. Axes, you need to move closer, or you're not doing your job as well. Ooh, actually, melee charge these Savage Orcs. And you guys are counting as getting attacked in the back by this. Oh, what the heck? Why are you guys backing off? Oh, they're not backing off, they're just charging through. Alright, our Craven warriors are fleeing. You know what? We have to move here instead. I think these guys are done for. We have to apply the tower to this. Alright, fight here, but get ready to move into our central location. Would have been nice to build a monument or something here. Damn, those boar boys ain't dying. Need to keep firing. That was awful. Target these savage orcs, please. And horses and, okay, marauders, you need to get back into the central location. Right there. I know you're slow, so we need to do it right now before the enemies get there, because they're quite quick, aren't they? Rest of you, just keep fighting. Might need to back some of them off as well. Savage Orc Arrow Boys, charge them directly, mostly to distract. Now you need to retarget everybody. Alright, you. We have a Barricade Monument, we got minus 15 melee attack. Yeah, let's do this. And we'll see if we can build that. Wait, what? What? Oh, game. Come on, the Chaos Warriors are still up. Rude. Tremendously rude. We could have at least damaged the army further. Look at these Chaos Warriors. They still had more than half HP. A bunch of cowards. They should suffer in the realm of chaos for that. Alrighty, and just to remind ourselves... Oh wait, is Pomei the iron location? It might be the iron location. Maybe that's why it was actually attackable. Yeah, I guess that's the issue with even bothering to hold any of these places. No, it's marble. Why did I hold on to marble? Does it give us something useful? I assume... Faction destroyed. Oh, did our ally attack them right after? Yeah, it looks like they did. Well done. This gives us construction costs for all buildings faction-wide. Honestly, that's not that great. We'll repair you for now, but eventually we'll probably just swap it out. I mean, I guess the construction cost, if stacked with a bunch of other construction cost reductions, could become useful. You're still not willing to become a vassal, eh? Okay. Okay, well, it's time for Barbaros to do his thing. We have a stack here. Now, I guess the question is where you're going. And Barbaros, how close can you get? You're still suffering attrition, but let's put you, let's say... Oh, man, this is not that far. These guys might move here, or they might... I guess they could sail out, go through the river, and land at the Celestial Monastery. We do want to catch them. And the Burning Wind Nomads are coming up. Yeah, we might need a secondary army here. There's just too many enemy stacks for us to deal with at the same time. Also got to be careful with Shangyang, because it's still not in a good place as yet to defend itself. Well, regardless, I think we put you into an ambush stance. Right there. Presuming that that isn't screwed up. It is, of course, screwed up. Alright, wait. Can it unscrew itself? No. Regardless of the fact that we do have the 25% requisite required, we are not able to enter ambush stance. Also, Horrors of the Skies. We turned it off last episode, did we not? Tides of Magic. Whirling Destruction. Yeah, we did. Okay, Whirling Destruction is the summon, which will power up our armies, and the rest of the stuff is looking good. Really want to get some Hell Cannons at somebody's army. Might put the Hell Cannon in yours, but we are also waiting for the for additional Flamer type units. Otherwise, I think you're good as you are. Probably could get a few Forsaken in here, but we can also just upgrade these guys to Forsaken, so it won't matter. And you can become an aspiring champion, or we could just hire an aspiring champion later on if possible. Well, if that's not going to work, we're going to put you into channeling stance and just march you forward then. Alrighty, see how these guys react. We'll see if they're willing to actually fight you or they're too cowardly. Otherwise, Vilitch, you gotta go north to Kolek, and he's still at his settlement. Good. Moving up here then. And hopefully we'll attack him next turn. We are definitely going to attack the Darklands Orcs, regardless of whether they like us or not, so let's steal tech from them while we're at it. And leave Karak as it is for now. Yeah, these guys certainly have a decent amount of forces here. But war is good for business, so we will continue attacking them. And it looks like Grimgor is doing a good job destroying Goldtooth for us without us having to commit these forces, so that's great. They can keep fighting in Catha until we get our second or third army, rather. Alrighty, now, let's say, who needs to move? Glugmir, you know what? Let's send the Exalted Champions down here, both of them. Exalted Heroes, rather. I figure we can use them as field agents to level up like we're doing with Grog until we can join him to Vilitch, although he's actually getting very close to Vilitch. You know what? Go there. Tech Thief, however, you can still continue thievering that tech. That's a word, I swear. Also, it's about the same chance to succeed everywhere, so just continue here. Don't die. He died. He'll be back. Ugh. Oh well, what can you do? You here, I guess, 37 versus... yeah. Definitely the challenge stone, then. I do have to wonder whether Kolek will run. His army ain't that good. His stats are personally very nice, though, but, well, that's not gonna help him against the rest of our army. You, go into wound, please. And are you on that Chaos Steed? No, you're not. We're okay. We're okay, and I believe that's it. Let's do our buildings, and let's hit KHOLEK, shall we? Been leading up to this for a while now. Fortress of Eyes, you're good. Wei Jin, not so good. Let's get you your loot heap, and let's get you... oh. Could have reduced the construction cost. Honestly, it's such a hassle. I'm just not even going to bother this time around. We could get this, or we could temporarily get another Exalted Hero building. Yeah, let's get a temporary Exalted Hero building for the capacity so we can continue getting them until we get a good one, and then we'll delete it later. Bloodwind Keep, you are good. Red Fortress, you are good. Gunpowder Road remains good as well, at least for now. And I'm going to save the rest of that cash. Alrighty, Gift of Chaos. You are good as well. Would have been nice to get that extra Gift of Chaos before the battle with Kolek, but I don't imagine that we'll actually need it all that much. Also, if we're to summon a second army, let's keep an eye on what we have here. Diabolic Splendor and Unearthly Reflexes. Unearthly Reflexes is nice. Can this guy ascend to become a Demon Prince of Tzeentch? The Chaos Lord, I mean? Wait, can Chaos Sorcerer Lords ascend to be anything? Yes, they can. They can ascend to Demonhood. Though the question is whether we want necessarily you to ascend. You have the open dies, which is kind of meh. And so you're a pretty decent, option. Though that said... yeah, I mean, why not? I'm just looking at these buffs here. Alrighty, and then I guess the question will be whether we get a regular lord or a sorcerer lord. And to not get a sorcerer lord does feel wrong in some ways. On the other hand, though... the fact that we already have Vilitch and one sorcerer lord, although I suppose if one of them ascends, the other one might not ascend. Lore of Fire, Dark Fury, and Infernal Dominance. I guess if they ascend, it doesn't matter. I'm just thinking we get a Lore of Fire, which will then change to Tzeentch when we ascend you to Tzeentch, and then you'll have former mastery of Akshi. You're former adept of Akshi. You're former adept of Shaman, and yeah, at least some variety in that regard. That means we keep an eye on the fiery guys, and I don't like either Infernal Dominance or Dark Fury, but if they change out to something better, we'll fix that. Now, we got a scaled skin on the Lore of Metal, but this thing will change when you go up to different lord type anyway, or when you devote yourself to Slaanesh, or Tzeentch rather. Wow. All right, fine. Just go for Infernal Dominance for now, and then you'll swap it out later anyway. And we completed Raise the Banners. Alrighty. Now, you. Start by... well, actually hold off for now. I just want to see what we got here. We can get you a bunch of Screamers in your army. I don't really want it to be exactly the same as the other. I mean, ooh, Poison Wind Globadiers, yes. We'll wait for Death Globes, though. Also, did I build the... yes, I did. We could get Doom Divers if we want. Though it's the Skaven Catapults that I really want, or better yet, they're Warp Lightnings. I'll have to wait on those. Presuming you don't lose your outpost, buddy. Alrighty, well, you get some Marauders for now. It's all going to be based on Marauders early on. Anyway, let's skip the rest of that, and let's hit up... oh, you know what? We need to check your Path of Glory, because if they're terrible... let's see what you have here. Souls gained from battles, Bound Spell, the Portal Glyph, and Children of Nurgle. You have the passive... wait, you have a passive healing ability? Triggers when casting a spell, oh my. That's really good, but the question is, will this... Oh, no, this is gonna disappear when we ascend you to frickin' Tzeentch, damn. That's really useful. I didn't even know that this was an option. Man. But with Infernal Dominus, it's not worth keeping you in this state anyway, damn. Hopefully we can get this, a version of this when we ascend you, or when we devote you, rather. Anyway, let's skip the rest of this, let's fight KHOLEK. Distractions abound. Alright, you gonna run KHOLEK, you gonna fight? Hopefully the Darklands orcs don't interfere with this, or we'll have to fight them and KHOLEK. And if they're at war with KHOLEK, then we'll have to fight KHOLEK and then fight them after, or the other way around, depending on how in the way they all are. No, it looks like they're running down to continue fighting the Saberskin, which works for us. KHOLEK, oh, the Saberskin are now done for. Free Obsidian Lodestone for assassinating some character. Maybe. We'll need to get a hero down here, I suppose. Can you guys act as assassins? Yeah, you can. Maybe we'll try it with you. Alrighty, well, we'll do the rest of the admin later on, because now it is time to attack. Are you at war with anybody? You are not. You, my friend, are not. So, we will be at war with you. Do you want to steal tech from him? No, you do not. Grog, do you want to join this army, Grog? And if you do want to join this army, what do we want to get instead? I feel like we could remove the weird spawn here, at least in part because the weird spawn are bugged and they don't count the upkeep reduction like the other units do. I feel like we do want to bring you. And we could put the weird spawn in another army, that's the thing. Oh, you're in your Manticore as well. But yeah, it's the Vanguard deployment for Chaos Knights and the Chosen Vigor reduction that I really want in here. Actually, speaking of Chosen, are we able to upgrade these yet? I forget if we got the warband upgrades. Yes, we are. Yes, we damn well are. Alrighty, well that's quite nice. Though I suppose the question is, do we get regular types or halberdiers? If we're fighting KHOLEK, the halberdiers could be quite useful. Also, are you able to upgrade? No, we could just do 2. You know what, let's get 2 halberdiers to flank the Severed Claw, and then we'll turn you into a regular one, then we'll see about the others. Chosen of Tzeentch with halberds. It wouldn't feel right to not have Chosen of Tzeentch without halberds. There you go. Alrighty, you guys can fight, and you... Just want to compare the stats briefly. You hit a little bit harder, obviously you have shields, but that's about it. These guys have decent amounts of HP on you, though their troop counts are less, and they do have that charge defense against large foes. Okay. And the vigor loss reduction for you is chosen only. I mean, when we get this up. Ah, damn. We don't have 3 chosen in this army as yet. But yeah, that, I guess we're gonna get rid of the weird spawn. And yeah, we could get rid of the regular spawn rather than the weird spawn, but honestly, I don't think it matters that much. And I don't think these guys are worth it, at least in payment right now, because the point of getting them in here was that they were cheap. Not that we wanted spawn in here in particular, when Vilitch is much better off using Knights and Chosen instead. So, fairly well, weird spawn. And then you are going to siege this. Declare war. Yes. Dolgan will attack us, and they may try to take our Dark Fortress, but we're really close, so they may not get there in time before they're vassalized. Close victory, I like the sound of that. We're gonna siege this briefly, and we want the free XP for Grog. Grog, head on in there. And you're on your mount already when you join. Beautiful. And then Groggy, I do want you to get training and, well, I guess just training then. You already have specialist. Alright, good enough. Let's get to this. So let's do it cinematically against KHOLEK. Hopefully we'll get a nice duel going.
These insolent fools think to stop me. Bringing them to battle was always my plan.
Alrighty, Vilitch very, very slowly heading towards the enemy city. Man, is he slow. Definitely my biggest complaint about the hero, but I still like him better than Greasus in the sense that, yes, he's slow, but because he can cast, he still has a lot of value. Whereas Greasus is slow, but also gets constantly blocked by everything. Also, cool little structure here. I wonder what that is. Is this a piece of a sky fort, perhaps? I mean, look at those foundations there, or whatever these bridge pieces are, or something. Something crazy was built here before. Although, wait, could this possibly be a sky fort? Look how small the staircase is. Yeah, it's probably the size of like a person, but it's not sky giant size, that's for sure. At least it doesn't feel like it, unless my sense of scale is completely off. Maybe just some sort of huge chaos structure back here? We'll see. Anyway, KHOLEK. KHOLEK and his weird little army full of 6 units of 6 units of Chaos Warhounds, or 4 units of regular hounds and 2 units of the poison variety. Either way, there are a lot of those units in here, and none of them a threat. Oh, I forgot how cool the poison ones look. Those are really nice models. Especially with the glow on them. Actually, speaking of nice models, this is the debut battle of our Chosen with halberds, and once again they look real nice and real and Tzeentchian at that. Of course, we will be getting more of these guys in here, and they don't look nearly as fly as the aspiring champions who lead them, but that shouldn't be any kind of surprise. Anyway, Vilitch has joined combat by himself. I was hoping that he would draw KHOLEK out because he's isolated, but it looks like they just sent a Manticore to deal with him as well as those Warhounds, and regardless of the poisons applied, I don't think any of that has any kind of chance at fighting the twins. But at least we get to watch some of those animations, get a pink fire going through those Warhounds, though it ain't gonna kill a lot, at least it'll do some damage, and the rest of our army's gonna walk up. Also decided to move, oh, there's the second Manticore. Also decided to move the War Shrine in to hopefully get close enough to achieve that entity killing threshold, or being in the presence of entities being destroyed threshold. Also, how are those Manticores doing? They've been hitting Vilitch for a while. One of them's at half HP and is in Rampage, and then the other one's taken, it looks like, a few hits from our range. That's fine. And Vilitch, in the meantime, completely unharmed. Lost half his shield, but he can regain it by casting stuff, so he'll be fine as well. He's very tanky, isn't he? Quite nice. I'd really like to fight him another, like, Foot Lord that's similarly tanky. Anyway, we're just gonna give it a second, hoping that those Summoners of Rage come in. Although it is appropriate that KHOLEK is using such a monster-heavy army. Here come the Summoners of Rage then, and we're gonna pop the Treason of Tzeentch to debuff them slightly, and then move in our Aspiring Champions and the Chaos Halberdiers. Finally get them to apply that anti-large bonus, and they really go flying, don't they? Our hero is also going to join the fray shortly. They're just gonna wait a little bit for the rest of everybody to be engaged first, and then move him in, because he is only level 4, and I wouldn't want him to get killed while we're not paying attention. Oh, I like how our sorcerer towers over the battlefield and bonks bonks dragon ogres on the head with his staff. That's actually great. You keep bonking them, buddy. Alright, and once again, please. Come on. Come on. Ah, he's just a little bit too far away, and unfortunately the enemy units are routing. We got our spawn in here now to overwhelm the enemy. I guess now all you have to do, War Shrine, is watch the enemy fall. They are in pretty bad shape already. The dragon ogres are just about done. In fact, I don't even see them in here anymore. Oh, they just booked it out of here. Ooh, but they came back, which ain't so good, because they might have gotten their cooldown off for their Chain Lightning Bound ability. Enemy's gonna move in some trolls to fight our spawn, but our massive amount of anti-large here really isn't afraid of KHOLEK's kind of army. Lovely. And we can see our flyers also moving around in the background. They're going to grab some towers and maybe even hunt down some of those Marauder horsemen. We also have actually two small separate forces here. One pink horror unit just killed a Marauder horseman unit of Khorne here, essentially, while the rest are moving in and taking this choke point, and then the Forsaken here by themselves are waiting for the opportune moment to strike, as in when most of the enemy is distracted. Still don't see KHOLEK coming in. He's just sitting out here and maintaining that capture point. Come on, man. Oh, he's got... Wait, did he always have this nice lightning-y glow around him? I feel like he did, but maybe it looks better now. Especially when the speed is faster. I mean, I guess there have been some graphical updates after all, so yeah. You're looking nice, KHOLEK. Now, if only you'd come in and fight us. Stop turning away from the camera. KHOLEK's camera shot. Alrighty, let's get back to it. And we're going to get a firestorm of Tzeentch coming down on the enemy forces that are engaged. If they want to blob up like that, well, they should, of course, suffer for it. There we go, and moving away right into the middle of the firestorm, exploding Marauders as they run. The Marauders certainly not nearly armored enough to take a hit from that firestorm. And ooh, Vilitch fires a parting shot of blue fire of Tzeentch into those Dragon Ogres, knocking one down even as they run. Very, very nice. Nice job, everybody, and it looks like most of those units have routed and are otherwise basically done. KHOLEK decided, no, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the center and not fight, which is really annoying. Also, KHOLEK's quite fast, isn't he? He's got 78 speed, so more than twice as fast as Vilitch's, and there it is. There's that chain lightning. Of course, our barrier is still in effect, but we do have to be careful with it, although fortunately it does seem to be moving not directly into our forces, just clipping them a little bit. Gonna keep our pink horrors away as well. But the rest of the army now moving in to kill those trolls, and the rest of what remains. The Forsaken have also charged a single unit of Marauders and a single unit of Horsemen here, and they got kind of ripped apart within a few seconds. They did have the help of the Doom Knights, though, so that shouldn't be too surprising. And look, some more doggos fighting here as well, but having a difficult time going through our barrier. We did continue to give chase to the enemy as our anti-large screamers chased down both of the Warhounds and the enemy horsemen. Although the Warhounds do prevent us from continuing to chase the horses, I don't imagine that they will have too much of a chance against the pile of screamers anyway. There we go. The green glow versus the bluish, purplish glow. Lovely, or pinkish glow, I guess, because it's Tzeentch. Alrighty, you did good, and now we're just gonna back away. KHOLEK was actually running this way, but Vilitch is going around this way, so we definitely don't want KHOLEK engaged on that side, because Vilitch is going to take ages to get there. And once again, and I'm going to be repeating this at least once every episode, Vilitch really needs some sort of access to some sort of personal teleportation spell. At least with Vilitch, it makes sense. They exist in the lore, and various types of mages have access to them. Skaven do, and Chaos Sorcerers definitely do, and several Empire ones do as well. Plus, I know that there are several lores that give you several sorts of mobility spells, like the lore of shadows and stuff like that, so yeah. Though of course Vilitch doesn't have access to that, he should have enough magical power to be able to do something to increase his presence on the battlefield that isn't, you know, a slow-moving one. Anyway, we've captured most of the enemy locations now here, and heading towards this one, and are in the center of capture this one as well, so now it's just a matter of deleting the last remaining couple units on the field, and here's a unit heading into our Forsaken with a terrible, terrible idea. Forsaken hitting twice as hard as they do, after all, and plus being a frenzied damage dealer and having all their barrier up, while KHOLEK finally decides to notice a Vilitch. Maybe Vilitch is so tiny that KHOLEK didn't even see him down there. He just saw some ants fighting and ignored them. And there we go, he's charging in. You get that swing and the little lightning effect, still nice, and we are going to move forward. advancing towards Kolek, debuffing him and hitting him a little bit. With those debuffs with the upgraded Treason of Tzeentch, minus 30 melee attack, only putting him down to 52 melee attack, so not too bad. He's using a Star Crusher, so he's hitting for 938, still higher than Vilitch, of course, but good luck getting through Vilitch's 94 defense with all of his own buffs. And we haven't even popped our Chalice of Chaos's damage reduction, so if Vilitch starts getting hurt or his barrier breaks, we can do that. And we also have to remember that Vilitch can still heal with his regenerative flesh or whatever. And just like that, Kolek decides no more. He basically took a couple hits and his entire army routed. I guess the unfortunate aspect of this is essentially we destroyed Kolek's army and he refused to fight Vilitch any longer, or he took like, I don't know, maybe a quarter of his HP to Vilitch's hits, but otherwise basically refused to fight. Oh, Kolek. Vilitch spent so long trying to run after you, and this just for you to run away. But at the very least, it was a very, very decisive victory, and this faction shall be vassalized shortly. Man, what a little coward, Kolek. Ugh. Spent the entire battle trying to run away from Vilitch and then took a few hits from him and decided, nope, never mind. I am way too scared of that little fella. Well, oh well. We got a free Rampager standard out of that, which we will keep, and we are going to, I guess, occupy the place because I want to see exactly what Salt does, but we could always trade it away after. Occupied for... Wait. Yeah, occupy it. I was just wondering whether we could trade it. Bonus versus large plus 20. Oh, even his trade is kind of meh. That's a little bit disappointing considering how fun Kolek is to play, but oh well. Next up, the Challenge Stone, which I do imagine will actually take a bit of a fight to get through because, well, it's got an actual garrison, so it doesn't seem super auto-resolvable. Salt does growth per region plus 10 after winning a battle, all provinces, all characters. Oh, wow, okay. That's actually kind of interesting. You know what, let's hold on to this for now. The growth isn't crazy, but that means the more armies we have, the more growth we get permanently everywhere. I kinda like that. I kinda like that indeed. Ooh, Aspiring Champions. Wait, can you get the Aspiring Champions? Yes you can. I was gonna turn you into an Aspiring Champion, but since we've already got one here, well, let's do that. And we do have the ability to raise another Giant. I wanted another Manticore, but, well, I guess you're gonna get a Giant instead. Does every force need a Giant? No, but, well, just for the fun of it. I mean, I suppose we could go 2 Giants here. I like the fact that they add the Siege Attacker and the wall breaking ability, though. Now, so let's put it on you, and we can always swap them around later on if needed. I mean, if they come up, I don't see any reason not to get them, you know? Otherwise, you need to still figure out where to make some room. I figure you two are going to become Forsaken. Or we can make all 4 of you Forsaken. And then we'll need to replace you two on Forge. Ooh, or maybe replace this 1 pink core and 1 unit here. Replace them with Flamers of Tzeentch, though that'll come up in a bit, as we need the Gift of Chaos to actually achieve that. And we can't remove any of the Tzeentchian gifts, so we'll need the next Tzeentchian gift, which comes up when? Don't tell me it's all the way back here. Yeah, Maximum Gift of Tzeentch is up on Chaos Moon, which actually, wait, do we need to go through the entire tree? Yeah, it'll only take 7 turns, so that wouldn't take that long. And this is Ability Gate of Tzeentch for Aspiring Champions, so free pink cores as well, which is another reason to actually have Aspiring Champions in most armies. They'll just give us free summons, which just seems so great.
We shall weave the fates.
Alrighty, well, regardless, I don't believe you two have anything to do other than potentially move. Where did that army go? It ran away like a bunch of cowards. Okay, well... I can't say I'm surprised, but I am disappointed. Let's say we move you out here. Can they catch up to us in any way? Are they close enough? It doesn't look like it. So I think we just march stance. Oh, we could go here. What's the fastest way to reach Baleful Heels, incidentally? I guess we go this way. Alrighty, go into regular stance, then march stance, then. If here, there may be an army that's in ambush. Oh, look, there's another army here. Watch them go after Shangyang now. Well, regardless, let's do that. Why must they run from the Gatewatcher? Why are they so scared of him? It's tremendously rude. Oh well. Also, Vilitch. Soon it will be time to get rid of your Forsaken and your spawn. Maybe we'll actually give that to another army. I mean, if, for example, we don't want to give Barbros the Forsaken and spawn, just want to keep him without using this tree. I mean, it's not that much of a buff. And we don't need to have Forsaken in his army. What we could do is we could raise another army later on right beside Vilitch and then transfer those forces over. Maybe that's the way to do it. I do believe we checked all the buildings this turn, unless I'm mistaken. So we are looking good still, so we can ignore that, and we can just move the Tech Thieves and the Heroes around. So, Demahar Woemaker go down here. We don't have the ability to raise any more Exalted Heroes for another turn or two. Tech Thief, begin stealing tech, or continue stealing tech. From here, we actually have 5% to get hurt while doing it. You know what? You have this for another 8 turns. Just stick around as you are for a while. Next Tech Thief. You have it for 5 turns as well. But you can keep stealing tech, I imagine. 2% to get wounded, not that high. Yeah, there we go. Get a nice success out of that. Steel tech is now maxed out, but wound is not. And until it is, you shall keep stealing. Well, I guess also until we have all of the techs researched. Egrim, stay where you are for now, buddy. You may get attacked, and if the enemy comes for you, well, then you will have to react to them, which will be fun. Okie dokie, let's skip the rest of that. Outpost construction available where? Wait. Diplomacy. Outposts. We can get one in the USAC. Oh, speaking of ally missions. Oh, another defeat Jiao Ming, hopefully. We can upgrade your outpost, Grimgor. Now let's do that. At least level 2 outposts everywhere. We got level 3 in the Skaven, but I like theirs. And we need the military alliance to go to level 2, so you guys need to be either vassalized or forced into an alliance, which you still ain't super likely. We could do the military alliance, but who knows who they'll attack. Like, what if they attack Grim... No, they can't attack our vassals, can they? I don't think so. The AI wouldn't do that, would it? Although maybe it would, who knows? Who the heck knows? Oh, he's gonna move to retake Bekai, but Nakai is still around here somewhere, most likely. I'd love to send another army down there, but you have to police this territory. Anyway, that's why we raised our 3rd Lord. Anyway, let's end this turn. Let's move Vilitch up to the Challenge Stone. Although we're basically out of time here. Too bad KHOLEK ran. I guess we'll see him again, but probably working for us as he will be vassalized shortly. Let's see if anybody approaches Barbros, though. Or whether they all continue to be cowardly. Looks like the enemy hero tried to kill our Tech Thief, but apparently failed, though we do have to watch out for that. Would be unfortunate to lose those. Oh look, Charon of the Gore Hunt is going to get in our way. Character experience versus unit experience. The unit experience is not super necessary right now, so I think character experience is the way to go. Ally begins construction. We got that extra chaos gift up and running now as well. And let's just check what we have available here. We're already using the Ruinous Bulwark. We could get Fear for undivided units, but we don't really care about that. We're still using a decent amount of Marauders, so this is still useful. Could get Faction Leader and Faction Leader XP and Undivided Authority. We could get Allegiance points for Norscan, as well as Tribute from Vassals increase, which is fine, but we're barely gaining any right now. And we can't get access to Hail of Hellfire or Dark Portal as yet, which is what we want. This gift will be unlocked after sacrificing another pile of souls, so I guess we continue in that light then. Alrighty, out of all this, I think the only thing to do is Raider's Raiment to buff up our Marauders, such as they are. And it's only 50 in terms of XP, so it's not that much. There you go. Alrighty, 2 more gifts and we'll be maxed out, though of course a few of these will get swapped around as we go as well. And we'll have to figure out which of the Tzeentch ones we have to disable for a while in order to get better ones. Also, we're now losing 300 per turn, so we need more souls where that came from. The question here is, how do we get to KHOLEK? Or not to KHOLEK, I guess to his faction. We could try and ambush, let's say... Oh, wait. Would we be able to teleport on top of you? just off. I have a feeling that the AI is constantly doing this on purpose. It's always suspicious how it purposely moves just out of range of all the different types of attacks. But then other times it'll move in march stance right beside you, so I have no idea what the heck the AI is thinking. Disappointing that we can't teleport to you. Then instead we will try to ambush you. Let's put you here in enemy territory. Doesn't, well, I guess... You know, we do want to be able to reach the challenge stone, so we should get as close to it as possible. Let's go here. Let's hope that they try to react to Blizzard Peak. Put you into ambush, and we'll see if that works out next turn. This army is pathetic, and they wouldn't likely actually want to fight us, would most likely run away. Anyway, unfortunately with that, I am going to call it. Next time we will vassalize the Heralds of the Tempest as well as the Dolgan, and then move north or possibly south towards this Dark Fortress at least, and then maybe raise a new army here to hold this Dark Fortress and to go out into the Darklands, while Vilitch continues up north, vassalizing folks and getting new Dark Fortresses. We do have a long way to go to Archaon, but it once again would be nice to vassalize him, if it's possible. Wait, is it even possible? It is. It does say become vassal. Yeah, we'll see who bows down to who there, buddy. Just judging by how afraid KHOLEK was of Vilitch. But yeah, anyway, we'll keep up with that as we go. It'll probably take a while to get there, but stay tuned for it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.